I'm hungry and my kids are running around calling me to eat because the food is here. I just recorded a 40-minute video on the sale of my home. It's finally sold. I'm so happy. We're so happy. We're just here wrapping things up. But I thought I would hop on for another 10-minute video before I head out to go eat, as I haven't recorded anything on TikTok for a while. I've been struggling with content actually. I feel like every time I pop on, I'm always like just talking for 10 minutes. And I think moving forward, what I'll do is start taking photos and just documenting my day-to-day activities so that we can get better acquainted with each other. But yeah, let me know if there's any content that you would much rather want to see rather than just like sit and listen to me rambling on about reality field and consciousness and ascension. So yeah, as I sit in my home that I'm so ready to relinquish of energetically, that I think I've been working on already, relinquishing that energy, manifesting the sale of this home. Finally, the closing is so close, and I feel that we are free to move on to the next stage of our life, even though we've always been free. Just wrapping up on the sale of some furniture and making ourselves acquainted and comfortable within our condo, and then being able to just like pack up and go to Asia to travel, to explore, to anchor down some new frequencies of light as a light working family. So it's extremely exciting what's to come, and I will keep everybody in the loop of things as we travel across Asia and tick off all of our destinations. Japan is a big one that I'm really excited for. We've been to Japan before, but not with the kids being this age, because now they're old enough to remember all of our adventures. And we want to go to Beijing, we want to travel China, we also want to go to Malaysia, and we'll see what else is in store for us, as my daughter's really a K-pop fan and she wanted to go to Korea. So I figured, even though we've been there before, it might be good to just travel there, since it's only 2-hour flight away from Japan. And since we'll be there anyway, we don't plan on leaving the country for long, maybe 2 months, but we'll see what we can fit in. As you all know, that I've been rambling about the incoming energies and a very big thing that is about to dawn across our reality field, that the Galactic Federation is extremely excited to declare to everyone, is that the grand solar flash is fast approaching into our reality field. And this event is cataclysmic at best, and at its worst, it's eye-opening. And the inheritance of the worst that I speak of is not as bad as you all think. The cataclysm within the wording that I choose is really a blessing in disguise of it all, as consciousness is inherently expanding. And with the solar flash, this is just the next inherent step towards our evolutionary expansion of the consciousness that we inherently hold within our being. And as a societal field begins to come into a realization of the essence of it all, as we begin to question our reality field, as the sun is already beginning to act a little bit strange. I'm not sure if a lot of you have noticed, but there is a huge coronal hole that has been expanding within the previous months. And in the months to come, it will only begin to grow bigger and bigger and more concerning to the average citizen. And I'm here to tell you that all of this is leading up to the ascension of the awakening of consciousness, of the merging of Gaia's consciousness into the consciousness of humanity and back into the consciousness of source consciousness. As we all come into the realization of where we come from, of who we are, of what's out there. we will all be smacked in the face with a solar flash that is so great, that is so grand, that is so epic, that it will forevermore shift the perception of our reality field towards the light of what is, towards God's consciousness, towards the realization that God even exists within and without us. And that solar flash, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be in October of 2025. And I say this as the end of September approaches and October becomes closer and closer, we will notice much activity within our sun. And it's not just going to be an epic awakening for all, it's also going to be an epic collapse within the energetic field that the sun has ever been, as the sun has fueled our three-dimensional frequency with life, with light, with all that we've needed to thrive and survive. And as we shift ourselves out of the three-dimensional frequency and into a four-dimensional and five-dimensional frequency of coherence, that elevation, that dimensional frequency, that projection field of the sun is no longer going to be needed to be anchored into its own frequency to feed a reality field that is expiring, that is dying. So as the sun goes through its own evolutionary feats, we will also witness it from where we sit. And that is the essence of the solar flash, ladies and gentlemen. We will physically feel it. We will physically see it. We will physically be enamored by it. We will worry about it as a humanity field. We will question our sanity. We will question our reality field. We will question our safety. And all of that is going to lead a whole conglomeration of a humanity to turn within, to look within, to seep themselves so deep within all that they've ever been, and to touch the borders, the precipice of the light within, to connect with that source consciousness that is so inherently built within each and every one of our blueprints. And that is the exciting part of all of this. And as I speak of my Asia trip, I know that we have to come back prior to the solar flash, as we're being led to come back. So as I declare this to you, keep in mind that this is all to come, and that for those of you that are already in the know, you will know that you're safe, that you're protected, that you're light workers, that you are awakening to your destiny, that as reality field begins to unfold for all to see, all to know, and all to tap into, this is just a manifestation of the ascension into the physicality of what is, to hinder you no more. As you've been sitting in the three-dimensional, four-dimensional frequency for far too long, as your energetic field has been anchored into this frequency, pulling you back into a lower dimensional frequency, causing you to feel like you've been going insane, causing you to go backwards as soon as you expand forward into all that you've ever been. And this tugging and pulling is finally going to ease up on our physicality as our crystalline structures begin to evolve due to the shifting energies of the sun, and as Earth and Gaia herself begins to shift her magnetic north pole due to the signals that the sun is sending out to her to shift her into the next greatest ice age within our reality field, within our lifetime. We will awaken. Every single one of us will awaken prior to the end of 2025, which I look forward to, which you should be looking forward to if you were in on the news, which you are in on the news if you are a light worker and if you've awakened prior to this. And for once and for final, this is the epic event that will prove to you that you're not insane, that whatever is happening in physicality, and is happening to every single one of us as we all begin to awaken and shift into the energy state that we so inherently are, and out of the perception of the three-dimensional frequency of separation that we've dropped down to experience within the essence and unity of it all. The sun is dying, my friends, to carry us into a higher dimensional frequency.